I move with the wind blowing through the trees. If you peek past the leaves, probably notice me. Might be hard, I keep it A1 like the lowest key, cause it's a cold world.
But we are here now. Class is in section. Bronsky, welcome in, welcome in. And again, this is Talk University. This course is an elective course. If your major focus is content creation and monetizing through content creation, this is an elective class to support your content creation degree on Talk University. I am Loretta Blue, your professor, and this is an elective class that focuses on growing and monetizing on YouTube. The assignment from 2 weeks ago, it was a simple assignment, just create the channel. No pressure to put any content on it. You guys know how I feel about when you announce and launch your YouTube, but if you don't have a YouTube channel, the previous assignment was to at least create the channel, right? So if you have created your channel, then for credit, you would be spamming the comments, the name of your YouTube channel. But if you haven't created one or you missed the first lesson, you'll just have a double assignment this week. I like to give the assignment at the beginning of the class because ultimately you'll understand that we'll be reinforcing what I'm going to be talking about today. So if you haven't done the assignment from last week, you'll have a double assignment going into next week. And the first assignment is, one, at least create the channel. And so just to go over how you create the channel, all you need is a Gmail email account. It is super free. All you have to do is make one. All you have to do to make one is make a Gmail email account. If you are recognized or you have some motion on another platform, the ideal thing to do is to create that Gmail email with the same name that you're known for on your other platforms so that you can keep it uniform and begin the first stages of branding, because we are not looking at YouTube as a hobby. We are looking at YouTube for monetization, and then moving forward looking into making your channel a full-fledged business. So we definitely want to keep that uniformed so that way people are not looking for you with several different names. As an example, I'm LaRocca Blue on every platform. It's either going to be LaRocca Blue Apparel, LaRocca Blue 2, or LaRocca Blue TV, or just plain LaRocca Blue, but it's LaRocca Blue across every platform. So I think only one platform has my government name, but nobody has access to that except for the people who know my government name. But for branding, it's LaRocca Blue across all platforms. And so I advise, when you're thinking about creating your channel, if you haven't done it already, and I'm going to be more encouraging and about it next week, because my birthday happened last week, and so I know taking that week off kind of threw it off, but I am so serious about the first assignment because I want to see you win. So the first assignment to make up for, if you haven't done it already, is to simply create your channel, and how you get credit for that is when we come into the next class, which would be next week Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I want you spamming the comments with your channel name, the channel that you created. One, it will allow me to screenshot and follow up and go follow you, so that I can monitor your growth as we go along this course. I broke this down into 12 weeks to try to make it a full semester, but there are some things that are kind of repetitive, so we might get finished to the final project early. And the final project for this semester is to have a fully functioning YouTube channel that actually is getting engagement. So with that being said, makeup assignment number one is just create the channel. And again, all you need to do to create the channel is have a Gmail email account, and that is free. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up to get a Gmail email, and whatever platform that you're popular on or that the people already know you by, you should just create the email in that name so that way it's mirrored across platforms. Now, the assignment for this week, and it's going to touch based on what we're going to go over today. This week's assignment is a research assignment. If you don't know your niche, or maybe you do know your niche, but if you don't know your niche and you have specific ideas or where you might want to go or niches that you might want to try, this week's assignment is super simple. Find 3 creators that are already doing the content that you want to be doing. So you want to, one, jot down 3 creators that are doing your niche. What you want to do is look at their highest performing video, their lowest performing video, and how people are engaging with them in the comments. And just make a mental note of the things that you liked as far as the way that they present content, things that they didn't like, the things that you don't like as in how they present content, and if it were you making that video, what would you have done differently on the videos that you saw? And I just want you to do a comparative study of people who are working the niche that you want to be in. And so today's discussion is going to be one that we talked about already, but I'm going to go into a little bit more in detail, because once we decided to make this an official class, I didn't want to gloss over anything, and so I wanted to make it as detailed as possible. And so when you're on YouTube, content creation, the type of content that you make is going to be important. Now, the first thing that I always say, whatever niche you're in, it really doesn't matter, because ultimately you are the niche. People are buying into you. So you could be doing cooking, you could be doing fashion, you could be doing reactions, whatever it is that you're doing, people are buying into you. So you want to be your most authentic self. So I don't want people to feel like the minute that they press record, they got to put on this personality that they can't maintain. If you show up as your most authentic self and let people get to know the most authentic version of you, regardless of what you're talking about, people are buying into you before they buy into the niche that you're actually talking about. So, one, understand and be comfortable being yourself. Secondly, develop a way to audit, right? Because the comments can be brutal as you're presenting yourself. We are all putting ourselves front-facing, forward-facing into the public eye, and every interaction with people on social media is not going to be great. But if you have a great editing system to be able to filter out the negative and hold on to the good, that's going to benefit you well. But a lot of people get stuck on this one thing. Like, I want to start a YouTube, but I don't know what I could do on YouTube. So I just went and I did the top 10, maybe 11 concepts that you could do. Matter of fact, I think I only did 9. Okay, I only did 9. But these are the top 9. But there are so many things that you can do on YouTube. So if I didn't discuss your specific niche or a niche that you were thinking about, don't be discouraged like it can't be done. It's just that it wasn't the top 9. And that's another thing that you can do to set yourself up for success. Look at the niches that are already high and get a lot of engagement, and see if that is something that you can personalize to yourself, or flip it and make it into something just for you. Now, we did cover this before, but like I said, we didn't go into detail, and so I'm going to go into detail. Now, this is not based on my opinion. As I said, as I decided to turn this into a course, I did go out and do the research. And this is the order in which YouTube has seen niche popularity. So if you think, oh, mine is not high, again, this is not me saying it. This is based on YouTube and the algorithm calculating it. So the number one niche, and my favorite niche, and the one that I encourage people to do, is going to be reaction channels. Now, reaction channels are still gaining popularity because, and again, if you see me looking over, because I did take official notes, and if you want to follow along with me in the notes that I'm going over, again, I do have an ebook that I did write. It is available to you. The link is in my bio. All you have to do is click my link tree. It's the first link in the link tree if you want to follow along, or if you want to miss, and if you've missed anything, right? And these channels, they literally feature you reacting to things. It could be music, it could be shows, it could be anything, literally anything. It's just you sitting there and reacting to it. Now, there are 2 types of reactions that you can do. One is first listen, first reaction. That means that either for yourself or your audience has suggested you something, and you literally set up the camera and give your real first time reaction to whatever it is. It could be a piece of music, it could be a TV show, it could be like everybody's talking about right now, a halftime performance. People are doing think pieces and everything, and you're like, hey, I really don't even watch the Super Bowl, but I hear people talking about this halftime show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a first reaction to my first ever halftime show, and you're going to watch along with me, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. So that's real first reaction. The second type of reaction that you can do is a breakdown reaction. Like, you know the subject, you may have seen it before, but you have thoughts that you want to share. You want to break it down and give your perspective on things. And this is good for like TV shows, books, music. music is kind of fits in both categories, because you could do a first listen to music, but you can also do, okay, we're listening to this song and we're going to break down for bars, anything like that. But basically, you're going to break it down and try to give the meaning of that piece of work from your perspective, and then open up the conversation that way. As we get later into the course, I did it once earlier before I made this an official class. We'll go over the best ways to record a reaction channel, and the most economical way if the only pieces of equipment that you have are your phone. There are apps that you can use that'll give you picture-in-picture, that'll allow you to watch the video or the subject matter at hand on your phone, and record at the same time. And so we're going to go deeper as we go into this course on the how-tos, but this is just for people who are trying to figure out what is it that they could possibly do as a niche on YouTube. Okay, and again, I'm going in the order. So when I say number one, reaction channels are number one. And it's reaction / commentary, right? Because if you look at the top reactors, quote unquote reactors, Mistress, thank you so much for your daily heart me. If you look at your top reactors on YouTube, 9 times out of 10, it's more of a social commentary than actual music reactions and stuff like that. Now, if you love talking about music or you love talking about TV shows, there is a lane for you there. But most of the reaction channels are reacting to social commentary, the T as it would be. But that is the number one top performing niche on YouTube is reactions, right? The only thing with reactions, depending on how you do your reactions and what you're reacting to, you can run into copyright, and that's why a lot of people don't want to jump out and do reactions, because like I said, I'm a music reactor. That's how I grew my channel. And when I started doing reactions, YouTube was a whole different place, but now they've changed rules and guidelines and a contract that they did with the record company. So it's harder because they have what they're saying is intellectual property. They're saying that you shouldn't get paid for it, but there's a workaround to that, and it's editing, right? So it's not you just playing their music on your channel. You're offering a perspective, and the way you cut and edit that creates a whole new piece of work. And so YouTube honors that, and it's like, yeah, they are creating a whole new piece of work. Gotta welcome in. They are creating a whole new piece of work, but we understand if they weren't reacting to your work, and this is more specifically to music and specific TV shows, then they wouldn't have anything to react to. But again, like I said, when we get into the how-tos, I will show you how to work around that, because with the edit, you could still react to it, and all the money still go to you. I personally, I'm really good at the edit, so on the editing side, if reaction channels are the way that you're going to go and you need help with the edit, I can tell you how many seconds you can use before you have to cut and edit for it to be considered a new original piece of work, and you can still get paid. But not getting stuck there, moving on. The number two, don't let the edit make you nervous, because literally it's just a cut. Like, it's literally just a cut. You trim it and put something else there. You talking, a funny thing, but don't let it scare you. But we're going to get into the how-tos, and like I said, for my subscribers, we do one-on-one. So if you're having a nervous feeling and you're my subscriber, I don't know how it's going to work with the new TikTok where they've kind of suspended all that stuff, but if it allows you to subscribe to me, I would encourage you to subscribe to me. If you want to do one-on-ones with me, and you can't subscribe, all you have to do is DM me, and we can go over compensation so that we can do the one-on-ones, and I can walk you through the editing process, or I offer an editing service where all you have to do is record it and I'll edit it for you. But again, I don't want to get bogged down in that, because I definitely want to get to this. And again, all of this is metrics that were given by YouTube, so these are not my numbers. So I think because they still haven't decided what they're going to do, and we're literally just on the extension. So I would encourage, if you're not already following me on YouTube, and again, the link is in my bio, I do encourage you to follow me. The second place that I will be if I am not on YouTube is Fanbase. So if you're on the Fanbase platform, make sure that you're locked into me there. In the third place, if those two are unavailable, it's going to be Mingo Entertainment. It's a new app, and again, I'm a La Rocca Blue on all platforms, so I should be easy to find. Just in case this app doesn't get extended again and we go dark for real this time, you'll be able to find me on those platforms. And I will still continue to teach and put this information out. and if it may be exclusively to YouTube, but either which way, we have a contingency plan in place if TikTok goes away. Again, like I said, if you do want those one-on-ones, DM me and we can work on compensation for that. Now, the number 2 top performing niche on YouTube is vlogging or blogging or vlogging. Basically, that is taking people along a journey with you. That could be a journey of your day. That could be a journey of your vacation. That could be a journey through your work. You're literally just having the viewer accompanying you on what you're doing throughout your day. And it's like, as I always say, you should look at the camera as you're recording like your best homie, right? So when you're going through stuff, you're never going through stuff alone. Your best homie is right there with you, and you're talking to your camera like your best homie, but you're going through the experience, letting them know. So let's just say you like going out to eat and you're going to restaurants and so on and so forth. Hey guys, come with me while I go, get ready. We're going to try this new place. You could do a quick get ready with me. That's the first 5 minutes of your video. Boom, we got to the restaurant. You show the ambiance of the restaurant, depending if they're playing music. And now most YouTube audiences are conditioned that if the restaurant that you're in is playing popular music, that you're going to put music over it, or you're going to kind of do a lot of cuts, but give them the ambiance. Kind of show them the menu. This restaurant, this is what they offer, blah, 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 blah. This is what I ordered. I can't wait to come. That could be another 5 minutes. The food arrives. You show the food. You give them the first place. This is what I ordered. It looks so good. Chop it up, bite. It tastes amazing. The food bomb. Taste a little bit on the plate. Give them an experience of the food. Then finally, okay, we're all finished. Cut to you being back home. Well, that was amazing. If you ever want to try that restaurant and you're in my town, this is the restaurant you want to go to. Blah 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 blah. But thanks for spending the evening with me. If you have any places and you're from the area you think I should try, put it in the comments. Boom. People love that just to be along. And depending on how interesting you are when you're doing that, people love it. It is the second top performing niche in YouTube. So if you don't feel comfortable sitting and doing reactions, vlogging is going to be another niche that you can consider. But if you're not a person who's comfortable recording yourself in public spaces or recording yourself all the time, that may not be the niche for you. But I'm just literally giving you the top 9 per engagement for YouTube. The third is going to be educational and how-to videos. So if you have something to teach, I know a lot of people are doing digital marketing stuff, people who don't really know what that is. If you have something to teach, people are always on YouTube trying to get education. Outside of physically going to school and online university, funny enough, YouTube is the 3rd education source from actually being in school. So there are a lot of people literally sitting on YouTube looking up stuff and trying to learn how to do things. So I'm seeing sociopeep. If you're a painter and you thought, well, I want to teach people to grow a love for painting and stuff like that, there are people who are actually on YouTube every day, all the time, searching how to do something. So if you know how to do something, or somebody ever asked you your opinion on how to get something done, create a video, teach from your perspective the steps to get that done. Kind of like I am doing now in this live on growing and monetizing YouTube, and then offer it to the people. It's the 3rd highest niche with engagement according to YouTube, or how-tos, DIYs. So hey, watch me build this bookshelf. You want a shelf at home? Let me show you how you can do it for a little bit of money. Then you have 2 videos. You will probably hit 2 niches in one, because one, okay, I'm going to show you how to build a shelf in your home for a little bit of money. Well, you're already doing the education piece because it's education. It's a how-to video on how to build the shelves, but you slip a vlog in there, because to build this shelf, we're going to need the materials. So follow me to Lowe's while we get the wood, the nails, and everything to do this, and you show the price points on how you got it cheap. Then you bring all the material back to the house, and you can break this up depending on if you feel like it's getting too long. You can do the vlog part of it. Okay, I'm getting all of this stuff to build the shelf cheaply in the home, and then that's your vlog video, but it's the same subject matter of building the shelf. So one video could be the vlog of you getting the material. The second video can be the actual educational piece of you putting the shelf together, and then putting it up and displaying it. But people love how-tos. I personally love how-to videos. That's the content that I watch when I'm on YouTube. I love watching all the the content of off-grid living, so people who are building shipping container homes and how they're setting up their house to live off-grid and how they're tending the land. I love those things, and they literally give you how to. Some people just do this stuff and it's like, okay, today these are the projects that we're going to be doing, they're going to just do it. But then there are other people who will actually teach you how to set up solar, how to collect rainwater, but they're considered educational how-to videos. The fourth highest performing niche on YouTube is going to be gaming. People love watching other people play games. Now, depending on how you want to set it up, you could literally do your live streams on Twitch and grow another stream of income, because Twitch is another platform that pays. So you would do your live streams of you playing the game in real time on Twitch and build your audience. But that game session, once you do the stream on Twitch, you can download that stream and actually upload it to YouTube, and people will sit and watch you play your video game. And that is the fourth performing one. Now, number 5 really could have been number 4, but YouTube separated it, so I'm going to give it to you how they separated it. The number 5 performing content is gaming content. And when I say gaming content, it's like the gaming system, the specs, the new game coming out, the graphics of the game. They don't necessarily want to watch you play per se, but they want to know what new technology in the gaming world is coming out. And so those two kind of go together. Whatever new gadgets are coming out in the gaming world, what new controllers, virtual reality, that is the 5th most engaged niche on YouTube. The 6th most engaged niche on YouTube is lifestyle and wellness. So if you're a health and wellness person, as far as fitness, this could be exercise, this could be mental health, this could be fashion. Lashara, welcome in. Thank you so much for your daily heart me. This could be fashion. This could be religion. This could be anything to do with lifestyle and wellness, right? So, hey, come with me to show you how important it is to have a self-care day. And again, a lot of these niches, vlogs will slip their way into it because you can vlog these things. So if you're in your house and you're like, okay, well, the best thing for health and wellness is to take time to yourself and meditate. Sit with me while I meditate for 5 minutes. You put on some high vibrational meditation music. You sit there and meditate. You create the atmosphere. You're recording all of this. Then you sit for the 5 minutes and meditate. If you want to do guided meditation, you can do that. It depends. But there's a whole community. This is the 6th top engaged niche in YouTube. So there's a whole community that is looking for lifestyle and wellness. Now, lifestyle can be anything also from fashion, taking trips if you're a traveler, or just being a mom at home, the life you live as a mom, showing your life. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It just has to be real, and you just have to keep, and no matter what niche you're doing, I will reiterate, you must show up as your most authentic self. Don't stop to think, oh, I'm not going to say it like that because people would think, no, how you would say it when nobody is watching is how you would say it on camera. So don't try to change and put on airs for the camera. Talk like you talk. Relate how you relate. As I say all the time, look at the camera, your phone, whatever you're recording yourself on, as your best friend that you can say anything to. Obviously, we know the no-no words and the no-no subjects. Don't say those things. And if you don't, we will cover that next week, actually. But as far as how you're saying what you're saying, talk normal. You have a lot more room to talk normal and like a regular adult on YouTube than you do have on this platform where you feel like sometimes you have to talk like a news anchor for your live to stay up. Moving right along, the 7th most engaging niche on YouTube is going to be finance and business. So if you're good with money management, everybody's not good with money management, so everybody's looking for a good person that's good with money that can help them manage their money, budget their money, grow their money, make money. So this is where all you entrepreneurs come in, all the people who digital products, multiple streams of income. There's a whole community on TikTok looking for you, looking for ways to make money. Once they make the money, looking for ideas on how to invest the money. Is it crypto? Is it the regular stock exchange? Is it putting money in the piggy bank? Whatever perspective you can offer in the world of finance, there is a whole community of people looking for you. Also, business advice. I'm an entrepreneur myself. This is a niche that I look up often. People who have started businesses or are successful in the businesses that they run, people are looking on advice to get to the level that you're on. Just like I come here and I teach this course and growing and monetizing on YouTube, I'm very transparent. I say, this is tips and tricks. What I say is not Bible. This is my experience from the road that I took, the hurdles that I had to go through. This is my perspective. If anything on my journey can help you get to, if anything on my journey can help you grow and monetize your platform faster, definitely take it on, use it. It's not Bible, it's just my perspective. And if you're a person who never really thought about content creation as a stream of income, well, you don't know anything. So everything that I may be offering may sound good, but it's not Bible. But if you utilize what I'm saying and you get there faster, then we both win. Because I put it out there to help somebody and you have been helped. So you never want to go into a situation like, what I say is the law. No, you just want to offer your journey. You want to offer your journey. Okay, sorry, you want to offer your journey and, hey, this is the roadblock I hit. A lot of people hit that same roadblock. How'd you get over that roadblock? They will try to implement your plan. At the end of the day, you never want to set yourself up to be the reason why somebody succeeds or fails. Because if you're too demanding and like, you gotta do it this way, and they do it the way you say, and it fails, and they lose all their money, be prepared for what happens for that. So you never want to represent that the information that you're giving is gospel. It's just a perspective, a roadmap, if you will, to help guide people along. The eighth niche, and again, this niche can kind of creep its way into other niches, but for the most part, is entertainment and comedy. If you can make people laugh and have a good time and escape, people are on YouTube looking for a good laugh, looking for entertainment. So if you're a person, you can do skits. You know how to. You're a creative writer. You can write scripts and stuff like that, and you just want to try your hand at doing something entertaining to entertain the people. Do it. If you have the community of people around you that are willing to help you out on that, cool. If you have to be like some of the creators that we see, where you play all the roles like the clumps, do it. There is a community on YouTube looking for entertainment and comedy. They just want to escape the world. They're not looking for news. They don't give a care about what you think about the latest music. They just want to escape from their reality, and you could be the creator to help them escape. If you be doing stuff and people tell you you always funny, you should have recorded that, try recording it and putting it out to the world at the end of the day. So that is niche number 8. And number 9, I personally think this one should have been higher on the list, because I know more foodies than a little bit, but the number 9 most engaging niche on YouTube is going to be food and cooking. And I think that's in my top 5. I think honestly food and cooking is number 3, if not my number 1. But it varies depending on the day. I may just want to get lost in off-grid living, so that might be my number 1 for that day. But cooking content is definitely high for me. But for the metrics of YouTube, it's number 9. So cooking tutorials, restaurant reviews, food vlogs. I don't even know what a food vlog is, because I think a food vlog and a restaurant review go hand in hand. And at the end of the day, if you get super good at doing them, even if your experience is a bad one, if you convey that message well, restaurants will then look to you to work with and offer you brand deals outside of being able to just monetize your platform. So if you believe that you have a dish that you make the best, that should be the first one that you make. Hey, I'm going to make my world famous, for me it would be mac and cheese. I have a mac and cheese that everybody loves. I've never had anybody eat this mac and cheese and not love it. So if I were going to do cooking content, that's what I would make. And so you start off with the dishes that you can make well, and then you just plot it out. If you're a type of person that doesn't measure, that's cool. You don't have to be, in 3/4 teaspoons. If you say just a tainch, then the recipe call for just a tainch. Say that. But what I would say to make your life easier, if you're starting off with things that you've already cooked before, the ingredients should be within arm's reach, so you're not running all out of frame trying to cook this meal, right? So everything's within arm's reach. Boom, prep it in front of the camera, put it in the oven, cut, wait the time it takes to take it out of the stove, turn the camera back on, pull it out of the stove, show it to the people, show the cheese pull. And I'm only saying that because I'm thinking about a video of me making macaroni and cheese right now. Show the cheese pull, eat it, it's delicious. At the end of the day, if your recipe calls for specific ingredients and specific cook time, put that in the description. Hey, join me today as we make this. This is what you'll need. Put what the ingredients they'll need. If they need specific measurements, put the specific measurements that they need, because the worst thing that you can do in a cooking tutorial is make the food, somebody enjoys your content and wants to make it, and then they don't know how to make it because you did not put the ingredients or how long you're cooking stuff, the temperatures and stuff in the description. Living life digitally, thank you so much for your daily heart me. Okay, so yeah, so I hope that this helps you as far as niches that you can consider, because the first time we did this, I only went over 3, but I literally, like I said, did the research for you. This is according to YouTube specifically. These are the top 9 niches that people are actively searching every day. So it doesn't matter that people are already doing the content. They need more people doing that content, and why not have it be you? At the end of the day, you're a gardener. Hey, come with me to make a salad from the garden to the plate, to the table. That's considered cooking content. Like I said, these are the top 9, but there are still, if I would have put all the niches that YouTube had that were profitable, we would be sitting here for 3 hours. And at the end of the day, so just because your niche or what you had an idea of doing wasn't in my top 9, that shouldn't discourage you to not do it. It just wasn't the top 9. But in the top 9, all of these niches have billions of people looking for this content. The one that is growing fast is gardening content, right? Because of what's going on in the world, right? We're not going to have a deep dive. Thank you, the plant lady. We're not going to have a deep dive on what's going on in the world, but because of what's going on in the world, people are trying to be more self-sustaining and they want to learn how to grow food. So that niche is rapidly growing on YouTube as we speak. So if you have a green thumb, the things that the top search is urban gardens. How can you grow food that's edible if you don't have a yard? How can you grow food out of season, if it's even possible to grow food out of season? How to grow food, because everybody doesn't have a green thumb, and a lot of people make it seem like it's as simple as putting seed in dirt, but they don't really tell you about the care to grow things. This is a whole new niche that is quickly growing, and I'm not saying that. Again, these metrics are coming from YouTube specifically. I believe that gardening and off-grid living together are making their way with motion to become maybe top 5, especially shipping container homes and how to own property and make smaller homes or custom homes out of shipping containers. That niche is highly searched and there are a whole lot of views, so there is room for you. So if you've gotten a shipping container home and you designed it, you've got land. What are you going to do with the land? Cultivate the land and grow food. This is why these 2 niches are rapidly growing. Now that we covered them, I'm going to give you some tips to help you with your assignment for this week. And again, the assignment for this week is think about a niche, maybe 3, that you think that you can do comfortably. The niche that you can do comfortably. When you identify those niches, and again, it helps to write these things down. I know that we want to fly by the seat of our pants and be like, oh, I think I could do this. Let me look. No, write it down. Hey, I may be good at reactions. I think I want to do reactions. I may be a good vlogger. Hey, I may be a good chef or a good teacher. Those are my 3 niches. Write them down. And then after you write the 3 niches, this is how I would do it. This is how I would do it. I would write 1 niche per page. Give 1 niche a page. In that page, okay, this is my reaction page. I think I like to talk. I like to run my mouth. I think I'm good at reactions. Okay, cool. On this first page, and leave space in between, find 3 people on YouTube already doing the niche that you are interested in. And again, look at their content. Analyze their content. And it's as simple as watching the videos. Okay, what's their highest performing video? What was happening What was happening in that video that you think helped that video perform so high? What was their lowest performing video? What was happening in that video that made you think that people didn't want to click on it? Could it have been deceptive that they said one thing was going to happen and they get on the video and it didn't happen? What happened in that video that, in your humble opinion, that made that video flop? What, in your humble opinion, made that video successful? What in a video, and you should 3 high, low in a video that you feel like you could have done better? Okay, what in this video that you like? What in this video that you didn't like? How do you think that you could have done it better? And you write that down, and then that'll help you create your first piece of content. Literally, take the video that you wrote, what you like, what you didn't like, and how you can do it better. Make the video and do those ideas at the end of the day, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to record. You've gotten your content. You're going to make this exact same video from this perspective that you thought that people needed to see it from, and you're going to post it, right? After that, you're going to identify who are the people that you want to reach, right? So if you're doing cooking, right, your audience is not people who want to talk about rap. It may be like cross-niching happens, but ideally you want to know who your viewers are. So if you're doing cooking content, your viewers are people who, one, either love to eat, love to cook, or want to learn. Those are 3 ideal viewers for that niche. What problem can you solve in that niche? I just told you. If you're doing cooking content, the 3 problems is the person who loves to eat doesn't have any food. Well, they're going to watch your video for meal ideas. A person who can't cook. Well, if they can't cook, they're going to follow along cooking with you to learn how to cook. That solves that problem, right? What was the other one? I can't remember the other one. But what problem are you in that niche can you help solve, right? I'm a reactor. The biggest thing going on right now is that this Super Bowl halftime show happened. What problem can I solve in the reaction community with a reaction? From my perspective, I already seen the Super Bowl. Mad people like, I didn't get the performance. Well, there's a space for me to sit and react to the Super Bowl and break down all the symbolism, from my humble opinion, of the story that Kendrick was telling, to help people guide through the vision that he was trying to convey with that performance. That is a problem that I can resolve with a reaction, right? Another thing, if you're doing reactions, because I know a lot of people were expressing interest in doing reactions, your favorite TV show. What problem can you resolve in doing a reaction to your favorite TV show? Somebody missed the show. They didn't understand the plot. They don't understand the character arc. In your humble opinion, why do you like this character? Why don't you like this character? What did the character do to make you like them? What did the character do in the episode that caused a visceral reaction in you? You give it to the people. That's a problem that can be solved, right? This next one, I'm going to say it for the people who are competitive and like to compete with other people. Analyze the market, right? You're starting out. What is your goal? My goal for my videos is to just do better than the last video. So if I post a video and it only gets 5 views, my mission in my next video is to have it get 10 views. But your goal could be, and again, I'm going to just stay in the reaction community because a lot of people express doing reactions in here. Your goal could be, okay, I want to be as big as Kai Cenat. Okay, well, what did Kai Cenat do to get that big? Compare what you're doing to what he's done or has done. What can you take away from his arc to implement into yours? And you just refine that down, right? And then you test and refine. Right? So, just so I can make everybody feel covered, again, we're doing gardening, right? Watch us grow and maintain a peach tree. Well, test it out. We do this method. Did that method work? Yes? Great. Okay, you want to keep trying to do it that way. Okay, that one works. I'm going to keep on. Okay, so now we're going to grow an apple tree. We're going to try the same method we used to grow the peach tree. That didn't work. Test things out. The thing about it is a lot of people are afraid to show when they fail. The one thing about content creation that's amazing is that your community are especially coming to learn from you. They want to know that it's okay to fail, right? And so if you can show them how to fail and move forward through trial and error, not only are you figuring it out for yourself, but you're encouraging people that it's okay to fail and keep trying. So if what's stopping you from making content, oh, but if I don't do it right, people are going to look at me crazy. Don't worry about that. People are also trying to learn what you're doing. And if they see you fail and keep going, it gives them the encouragement to know that they can fail and keep going as well. Plus, it's definitely going to help connect you to your audience. And the one thing that I've always talked about ever since I started talking about growing and monetizing on YouTube is that you want to build positive parasocial relationships. And if people feel like they're on the journey with you through your failures and your successes, they're going to feel more connected to you and more likely to keep coming back and be a recurring viewer to your channel. They are going to be invested. If you always present yourself as this perfect, polished, pristine thing, at some point you're going to make a mistake. I'm not wishing that on anybody, but we're all human. At some point you're going to make a mistake. And how you present yourself to the people is going to dictate if your platform can handle the mistake you make. If you present yourself as this person that's so perfect and you only post your successes and everything that you say is Bible and it worked out and the numbers are growing and the money's coming in, and then you make a mistake, one thing's going to happen: you're going to try to hide it. You're going to try to hide it because if you weren't posting your mistakes before, you're definitely not going to post the mistakes when you're successful and making money. Once you try to hide it, that makes you dishonest and it lacks integrity. And once your audience feels like that you have no integrity, that leaves you open for the stuff that you see from these bigger creators when they get exposed out here in the world. It happens. So if you're being your most authentic, passionate self up front from the beginning, that's less likely to happen. A lot of people don't understand. And now, for example, EK, right? Feel how you feel about her, love her or hate her. I don't have a dog in that fight. I'm just using her for this example, right? But she posts her successes, she posts her failures at the end of the day. So nobody's going to come on the internet and expose something about her that she wasn't willing to expose herself. So now she doesn't have to question her integrity to hide stories or whatever, because she'll expose it herself. So there's nothing, no mistake that she has made or something that she wouldn't do in her life that somebody could try to hold over her head, because she was always being her authentic self. Regardless if you like it or not, the people who like it love it, the people who don't, but they still watch. I don't know, people love to hate what they don't like. I don't get it, but they do it. But at the end of the day, there's nothing that you could spring on her that can affect her platform in a negative light, because she's just being herself. That's not me encouraging you to be like EK out here. I'm just using it as an example, as be yourself. Don't try to be this person, and don't try to hide your flaws. At the end of the day, there's a difference between editing yourself so that you can present your best self and hiding things, right? Look, you wanted to bake the most amazing cake, the cake burnt. Don't go and buy a cake. Don't go buy a cake and act like you baked it, right? Show everybody, oh my God, the cake burnt. It could have been a timing thing. It could have been everything. At the end of the day, another piece of content, if you're the person who is a perfectionist and you're always putting out the most perfect content, your highest video, if you're that kind of person, stitch together all your mistakes and post a blooper reel. I promise you, that is going to be your highest video. So even if you can edit your mistakes, whatever, but still offer your mistakes to the people and let people know that you're comfortable. Listen, you can laugh. I was laughing too when it happened. Here's a blooper reel of me burning the cake, burning the chicken, la 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 la, my reaction, and me starting all over. And the videos you got is the one after I did all of that and I successfully made the chicken. But here's the blooper reel. Don't hide it. Give it to the people, because you're a real person, and that's how people get removed and people start looking at people as a thing outside of a human being. And then you have to be like, oh, you talking about me like I'm not a human being. Well, you presented this thing like you were blaming this thing like you were a product. The great thing about YouTube is that you can very much grow with your audience and remain human and be like, look, I'm a human too. I make mistakes. My mistakes can be funny. As long as nobody's harmed, no kids are harmed, none of that, make the mistake and share it with the people. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself, because if it's funny, people are going to laugh. And a lot of people are not making content because they're like, well, what if I do it and people laugh at me? So they laugh at you all the way to the bank. But then this is definitely something that you have control over, because if you don't like it, don't post it. Don't fake it. If you don't like it, don't post it. Post what you like at the end of the day. Anything that's on your platform, no one can shame you for it because you posted it. So that you were proud of it. You were cool with it being there at the end of the day. So be prepared for that. But with that being said, that is all I got for today. Again, if you missed the first session and you didn't at least create your channel, that is the extra makeup work, because I'm not trying to fail anybody. This is not like a pass fail thing, but I want everybody to be successful. At least create the channel. That was the first one. And the second assignment is think about what you could possibly be doing on YouTube. Research 3 creators in the niche that you think that you can do and pick your top 3. So you should be looking at 9 different creators and 3 videos each from those 9 different creators. But do anybody have any questions or concerns? And again, if you've missed anything, you can go live on YouTube. Depending on how much of the metrics that you have, there are benefits that open up to you the more you go live and the more engagement that you have. So when you first go live on YouTube, it's going to be kind of like setting up for TikTok. You can go live. There's no multi-guest feature on YouTube. So when you go live, understand it's just going to be you and only you. So if you're not a person who can look at the camera and just talk, don't go live. At the end of the day, if you can remove the fact that you're sitting in a room by yourself and you can look at the camera as your best friend and talk, go live. If you've been going live here on TikTok and you're good at reading the comments in real time and stuff like that, go live. Because when you first go live, that's all you're going to be able to do is go live, present your experience, and talk to your comments. Now, if you get 500 followers and 3,000 watch hours in a year, you can meet these metrics before the year is up, but the whole year, if you accomplish these 2 things and you do 3 qualified videos, long form videos on YouTube, that opens up monetization early. Now, can you get ad revenue? No, you cannot get ad revenue, but you can get super chats, and super chats are the equivalent of people giving you gifts. But instead of getting animations, basically they'll pay you money to highlight their comment, and you can either shout them out, show their comment, acknowledge their comment first, but they're sending you super chats. They're paying you money to be acknowledged in that way. You also get access to super thanks. Super thanks is on your content. So you post a video to YouTube, a long form video to YouTube, people can go to your video and send a super thanks, and they're paying, showing appreciation that you provided that content. And again, if people are doing these things for you, to have the potential for that to keep happening is acknowledge them. So like one of my favorite creators, like I said, I love watching off-grid living, people building off-grid, is a couple, their channel is called Life Uncontained. At the end of every video, they just do a screenshot of everyone who gave them money, people who are Patreon partners, people who giving them super thanks, because they don't really go live, so they don't do the super chats. But the super chats are more of an acknowledgement while in the live. So if somebody, let's just say, I'm talking to you like I'm talking to you now, right? And the plant lady puts her hands up and says hi. They'll give her an option for a super chat. It starts at 99 cents, and it can be as high as the person who wants to send it can be, but they'll pay for it and put it there, and the first thing I will see is a color-coded super chat. It'll say, hey, this person sent you, let's just say $4.99, and they're saying hi. As the creator, I want to be like, oh, shout out to the plant lady for the super chat. How you doing? And depending on what platform you're using, because a lot of people do StreamYards. They don't just go live directly from their phone. You can, but a lot of people want to have control, and so they'll do like Streamlabs or StreamYards where they can actually take the comment and put it on the screen and shout out the people who are doing super chats. But you'll have access to that before you have access to ad revenue. So all you need is 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours, and 3 qualified videos. The 3 videos have to be posted within 90 days. The 3,000 watch hours have to happen before a year, and 500 subscribers, right? But you can't get to any of that if you don't do the assignments, which is 1, create the channel, because you can't get followers if you don't have a channel, and 2, start considering what niches that you want to do, and do some trial and error stuff on the niches that you think that you could do. Make the video, post it. Once you have 5, start telling people to come to your YouTube. How do you know that the videos are qualified? Okay, because YouTube will tell you. The minute that you post it, YouTube will tell you. I'm trying to find my other phone. I don't know what it did with it, because I'm going to show you. But I can show you, hold on, I'll show you through my YouTube studio. And all of you have access to this once you create your YouTube channel. So this is something that you will get familiar with. And we will go over what's a qualified video. A qualified video is a video that's considered long form video. A long form video, but they just bumped up. Short form can be 3 minutes or less. Is it 3 minutes? 2 to 3 minutes or less is short form video. So when they say that you have to have a certain amount of short views, I think it's 3 million short views. Short views is any video 3 minutes or less, and shorts is literally going to be recorded from the perspective that you're looking at me now, portrait mode. The way this screen is set up right now is considered portrait mode. Now, long form videos are going to be anything shot this way. This is considered landscape mode. And if you're doing long form content, I would suggest people learn to start recording this way, and make sure you're in the middle of the frame, because you can turn your long form content into short form content. And if you're framed properly, when you do the short, they're literally going to cut out this half. Let me see if I can do it. They're going to cut out the negative space right here and keep the middle. So if you're always in the middle of the frame, that's going to be easier to transition into shorts. But a qualified video, and let's just say, and I'll research to have the number because I had it, but it left my mind as soon as you asked me. A long form video over 3 minutes, preferably within the 5 to 10 minute range, no copyright concerns, and it's original content. So anything that you post above 3 minutes, that's long form. All you have to do is post 3 of those within 90 days. Most people hit that by accident. So that's why I really didn't harp on it, because if some of you in this class already have YouTube channels and you have videos up, you've already done the video qualification. So the only thing that you're looking to qualify for is the followers and the watch time. And so before, there was no other option. You had to have 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours. Now they've cut the followers in half. And this is only to have access that the community can monetize you. To get ad revenue where YouTube monetizes you, the goal, the qualifications are still 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So if you want ad revenue, you still have to get to 1,000 and 4,000. But if you want to have the access for the community to monetize you, you only need 500 subscribers, 3 qualified videos, and 3,000 watch hours within a 365-day period. Okay, how can you see if your videos are qualified? Let me show you. Let me see if they'll open it up here. Just take a second for my joint to load. My joint to load. No. And I'm sorry, I tried to do the TikTok studio thing, but it doesn't work with Chromebook, so I'm gonna have to flip my camera. And so if it's shaky, please forgive me, but YouTube Studio doesn't work with Chromebook, so I couldn't share my screen. So basically, let me do this real quick. Hey everybody, super close now. Flip the camera. All right, I can still see your comments. All right, so what I'm in right now is my YouTube studio. As you can see, I have 3,500 subscribers. My views are up. My watch time is up. Again, LaRocca Blue on YouTube. So if you're not following my YouTube, it's free. Please follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you can watch a video or two, that'd be great. But you would come down here on this side to the content. And it basically tells you, right here. So this is this right here. So most of mine's qualify. A couple of ones is partially blocked. But again, I do music reactions, so this is going to be expected for me. If the record company wants to claim, they will. And this doesn't really hurt per se. But if this video were making money, most of that money is going to go to the record company and not to me, right? But also, if you want to track where you are, if you can hit the earn, right? And let's go down, page down. So I'm getting remonetized because, like I said, I didn't know that was a roadblock I hit. Once I was monetized, I went through some stuff, and I stopped posting, and I didn't know the time window in which I had to keep posting. So I did get demonetized. So we're getting remonetized on my end. And while I'm getting remonetized, I'm helping you to go and get monetized in the first place. But for what we were just talking about, the new qualification, see, I already have the 500 subscribers. I already have the 3 video uploads. So I completed those. And so the only thing in this right here is an either or. You don't need both, either or. So you can either get 3,000 watch hours or 3 million short views. But these two things go hand in hand as far as content is concerned. So I really don't post that many shorts, but I need to start. So that's on me. But I literally got 281 watch hours. So I got a long way to go to get to 3,000. But I only have one metric to fulfill within a year to allow the community to start monetizing me and get me closer to the ad revenue that I used to get. But I am, because I'm kind of just good with long form content, but I have to be a better example as a teacher, so I have to start breaking my long form content down into shorts. And that's the challenge that I'm giving myself, to be mindful and intentional and focus on that part of the process, because I really just don't. And so I guess I will leave you with this point, how those two things, shorts and long form content, go hand in hand. And I've said this before. There's going to be a time that you post shorts and people are going to come from your shorts looking for long form content, right? So unless it's a specific sound that they know, okay, this is a sound, this is kind of a trending sound, that's all it is in this short, is a trending sound, they'll leave it at that. They'll watch the short and move on. But if your short is a teaser or a snippet of your long form content, they're going to go to your page to find the rest of the video. So your shorts can lead people to your platform to watch your long form content, right? And your shorts can introduce people to your page. Now, that should, if you're only a person making shorts, that should encourage you to make long form content. For me, I need to get my watch time up, so I'm making long form content, but I'm not introducing people to the page. So I personally have to focus on making shorts to entice and engage people to my page to look at my long form content. And that's how those work hand in hand. So even though I'm working on the goal specifically of the 3,000 watch hours, and more specifically the 4,000 watch hours, to reopen back up the ad revenue that I had before, once I start posting shorts, I'm going to start moving that short metric up and up and up. There are some people in this room, if you're in your studio and you're looking, you're good at making shorts, so your short metric is high as hell, but your watch time is not going anywhere. And we want to get to monetization faster. So if we're growing all of these things simultaneously, then we get there faster. But with that being said, are there any other questions or concerns? Going once. Well, like as I said, if you missed anything that I said tonight, one, I will be reposting it on YouTube. Just look for the Him and Talk University playlist. If you don't want to go through all of my content to get to these lessons, I did playlist them for you. So there's a specific playlist with these classes in them. But point number 2 is I did write an ebook that is going to go over everything that I'm going over step by step, and you can kind of do it at your own pace. And that ebook is available from the link in my bio. So please consider taking advantage of that. So if you've missed anything, it's literally broken down into 12 weeks. And as I said, we're all going to get to the final project. Some of us are going to get to the final project faster than others. I'm going to get to it faster than all y'all because I was already monetized on YouTube, and I'm on the space of just trying to get remonetized. You guys who are just starting, if you go through this 12 weeks with me, the final project is that you should have a completed, aesthetically pleasing YouTube channel that you've learned tips and techniques to post high quality content on, that is engaging, that will get people coming to your page. And if you're not there by the time we finish the 12 weeks, you'll either be halfway there but really, really close to monetization, or that I can leave you to yourself to have the best practices to continue going forth in your YouTube journey. But with that being said, I do thank you for being here with me. I'm not going to tell you. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. But I'm not gonna tell you because I really I really think that this order is going to, the order that I'm going to go in is going to be so helpful that it takes a lot of anxiety and stress away. So I really want to focus on the order. So I don't really want to jump. I don't want to quick edit into that. But thank you so much for being here with me. Class is dismissed. We will reconvene for our next in-person session next Wednesday at 7. Again, enjoy the rest of your week. Go with love, light, peace, and prosperity. And until next Wednesday, love you, everybody. Peace.
I move with the wind blowing through the trees. If you peek past the leaves, probably notice me. Might be hard, I keep it A1 like the lowest key, cause it's a cold world, but 100 proof this doesn't freeze.